The Christmas movie, a staple of the season. You got Elf, Rudolph, Marry Me at Christmas, Christmas at the Palace, The Sweetest Christmas, Christmas Homestead, Finding Santa, A December Bride. You know, the classics. So you get all cozy, you snuggle up, you pop in a wholesome good time, right? Wrong. Christmas is a little eerie. It's joyful and wholesome and fun and yada yada, but there's also a strange air of mysteriousness surrounding the whole thing. Elements of it are a little creepy, and I think that's why it's such a solid holiday. For those who celebrate, of course. That strange intersection of joy and uncertainty. It's hard to describe exactly what I'm talking about, but I think a lot of people have experienced it. The best Christmas media are the ones that are able to capitalize on this specific emotion. Stuff like A Charlie Brown Christmas, The Polar Express, and the subject of today's video and the best Christmas movie of all time, motherfucking Muppet Christmas Carol. It's no secret to those who know me that it doesn't take much to get me talking about the Muppets. I love them, little felt freaks. So, a Muppet Christmas movie is more likely than not to be a slam dunk for me. But I've never really liked A Christmas Carol all that much. Just never did much for me. Until this movie. This is the best Christmas movie because it has a perfect combination of wholesome Christmas fun and eerie somberness with genuine emotion behind it. Let's start with the obvious. This movie stars the two best Muppets, Gonzo and Rizzo. Having Gonzo as Charles Dickens is a great meta device to keep the story moving and keep us from getting tired of our own main character. And having Rizzo to bounce off of leads to some of my favorite jokes in the entire Muppet franchise.
What? Ah. Thank you for making me a part of this.
And Tiny Tim, who did not die.
Oh, isn't that swell?
There are too many great jokes in the movie to even show. Even the opening credits get a laugh from me. The other Muppets all also have perfect roles here. Kermit as Bob Cratchit, Robin as Tiny Tim, Waldorf and Statler as Marley and Marley. All of them fit so perfectly. One of the more underrated ones is Miss Piggy's role as the anti-capitalist wife of Bob Cratchit.
Therefore, I'm about to raise your salary.
Oh, and I am about to raise you right off the pavement onto the...
Oh, and this is genuinely one of the best performances I've seen from Michael Caine. No, I'm not kidding. Fuck Alfred, fuck The Prestige, Michael Caine's Ebenezer Scrooge from the Muppet Christmas Carol is not only the best version of that character, but Michael Caine's best performance as well. Caine brings so much vulnerability to the role, playing every scene not just as a curmudgeon old man, but as a curmudgeon old man who was made this way by society, not one who chose to be this way. The Ghost of Christmas Past brings to light all the things that transpired in his, well, past, but I really don't think it can be overstated just how much Michael Caine improves one of the most universally understood plots in fiction. Everyone knows what happens at A Christmas Carol. Grumpy old man, ghost of Christmas past, present, future, now he likes Christmas, hip hip hooray. But in this, I actually enjoy Scrooge, not just after his character development, but before it as well. And that's not even to say that he's not cartoonishly evil. But there's just that hint of sadness behind the eyes that prevents anyone from feeling like he's too far gone. But the movie is not over-sympathetic to Scrooge either. The Muppets have a whole-ass diss track on him. Oh right, this movie's also a musical, and the songs are really good.
Dear Marley and Marley, our hearts were painted black. We should have known.
It's kind of hard to explain why the Muppets themselves improve the movie so much, but I think I can best sum it up like this. A Christmas Carol is kind of a scary story for Christmas, to be honest, and I think having the Muppets be present makes it so much more accessible, not just for younger audiences, but for goobers like me who didn't give it much of a chance. And that's not to say that they made the story tamer to cater to kids, they actually don't, and using Muppets actually makes things sadder in a lot of instances. Look at this frail, freezing bunny in the snow. Or how Tiny Tim's sickness and death is so much sadder now that he is a small disabled frog. I just think it's the perfect balance of Muppet chaotic humor, and genuine emotion both through song and through storytelling. So what are you doing? If you haven't seen this, I hope I've given you enough of a reason to go back and watch it. The Muppets are a really important franchise to me. A couple months ago, I saw the Muppet movie at an indie theater, and the place was packed. People were losing their minds like Cap just lifted Mjolnir when Gonzo showed up. It's a shame that Disney seems content to let them sit on the back burner when they're capable of producing bangers like this. So, am I wrong? Is there a better Christmas movie than this one? There's not, but whatever you think it might be, I would love to know so I can prove you wrong.
God save my little broken body. Ah!